Have you ever felt the sting of someone's words, as if they were trying to tear you down? Felt the weight of being judged, doubted, or told you'll never measure up? That sting doesn't define you, and their doubts don't decide your future. Let me tell you something. Their words are powerless unless you give them power. Every criticism, every doubter, every whisper of "you're not enough" is just that, a whisper. It cannot touch your potential, your strength, or the fire that burns inside you. You are not here to beg for their approval. You're here to take what's yours, to prove to yourself, not them, what you're capable of. So let their words bounce off you. Let their doubts fuel you. Stand up, move forward, and show them what happens when you stop listening to the noise and start listening to your own power. It's easy to let the words of others weigh you down. You've heard them before, those cutting remarks, the unkind judgments, the dismissive comments that echo long after they're spoken. They plant seeds of doubt, making you question your own worth. And soon, it can feel as if the whole world is holding up a mirror, asking why you aren't someone else, why you aren't more, why you aren't enough. I know how suffocating that feels. Like you're running a race where the finish line keeps moving. Like no matter how much you give, someone will find a reason to say it's not enough. You carry that weight in your chest, questioning if they're right, if maybe you're the problem. That doubt grows louder until it drowns out your own voice, the voice that knows your truth. But let me tell you something about those voices. They are loud, but they are not wise. They are persistent, but they are not right. The judgments, the comparisons, the criticisms, they come from places of fear, insecurity, and misunderstanding. People who judge you harshly often do so because they don't understand your path, your journey, or your strength. Their words reflect their limits, not yours. So what do you do when you're surrounded by doubt, both from others and from within? First, you breathe. You take a moment to silence the noise. You remind yourself that you were never meant to fit into the mold they've created for you. Your worth isn't measured by someone else's approval or by meeting their expectations. It's measured by your courage to keep going, your resilience to rise, and your refusal to believe that you are anything less than extraordinary. I understand the struggle because the pressure to conform, to meet impossible standards, is something we've all faced. The fear of failing in front of a crowd that's waiting for you to stumble can feel paralyzing. But here's the secret. You don't have to fight to win their approval. You only have to fight to stay true to yourself. Think of a seed planted in the dark soil. From above, it seems buried, forgotten, hidden away. But in that darkness, it's growing. It's breaking through its shell, reaching for the light, becoming something incredible. That's you. The doubt, the criticism, the struggle, they are not the end. They are the beginning. They are the conditions that test your strength and show you just how much you are capable of. I want you to know that you're not alone in feeling this way. The doubts, the fears, they're a shared experience, a universal challenge. But within you lies something stronger than doubt, louder than fear. It's the truth of who you are, the fire that refuses to go out, no matter how hard the world tries to extinguish it. So trust me when I say this. You are not only enough, you are unstoppable. The moment you choose to believe that, you'll see that the critics were never the ones in control. You always were. Society has a way of whispering lies into your ear, sometimes so quietly that you don't even notice you're listening. It tells you that your value depends on what you achieve, how much you produce, or or how perfectly you fit a narrow mold of success. The message is clear. You're not good enough unless you win the award, land the promotion, look a certain way, or gain the approval of others. But here's the truth that shatters this myth. You are already enough, just as you are. Your worth isn't something to be earned. It's something you were born with. Growth, true growth, isn't about proving your value to others. It's about discovering the depth of what's already inside you and becoming the fullest expression of yourself, not for them, but for you. Think of a sculptor working on a block of marble. From the outside, it may look like an ordinary slab of stone, rough, unpolished, and unremarkable. But to the sculptor, the masterpiece already exists within. It simply needs time, patience, and steady hands to reveal itself. The value of that marble isn't in the final product. It's in the potential it holds from the very beginning. In the same way, your worth is not defined by what the world sees on the surface or how finished you appear to be. It's not about how much you've achieved or whether you fit someone else's ideal. Your value has been there all along, waiting for you to recognize it. The lie that society tells, that you must achieve something monumental to be worthy, is built on fear. It keeps you chasing, striving, and doubting, instead of realizing that the journey itself is the goal. When you stop measuring your value against what you've done or how others see you, you free yourself to embrace who you are and what you're becoming. Consider this powerful reminder. The greatest oak was once a little nut who stood its ground. That oak didn't succeed because it proved itself to the forest. It succeeded because it kept growing, despite every storm, every challenge, and every doubt. History is filled with examples of those who succeeded, not because they sought validation, but because they chose to believe in their potential, even when others didn't. The artists, thinkers, and leaders who were once told their ideas were too strange, their dreams too big, or their abilities too small, they didn't stop. They didn't let the world's expectations confine them. Instead, they broke free, proving that greatness isn't about meeting the world's standards, it's about staying true to your own. You don't have to earn your place in this world by meeting someone else's idea of success. Your worth isn't tied to titles, trophies, or applause. It's in the quiet strength of who you are, in the courage to keep growing even when it feels like no one sees it. So, let go of the lie. You are not a project to be completed or a problem to be solved. You are a masterpiece in progress. Growth is not about proving you're enough. It's about becoming more of who you already are. And when you understand that, you'll realize the critics, the doubts, and the expectations were never stronger than your truth. The journey of believing in yourself often comes with an audience, and not everyone in that audience will cheer for you. There will always be critics, and they come in many forms. Some are loud and direct, while others undermine you quietly. They may claim to offer advice, but their words are laced with doubt, fear, and negativity. If you're not careful, these voices can seep into your mind and make you question everything. Let's break them down. There are the jealous ones, those who see your potential as a threat to their own insecurities. Instead of celebrating your growth, they try to diminish it. Their words may sting, but remember, jealousy isn't about you. It's about what they feel they lack. They see you striving for something they're too afraid to chase, and their criticism is their way of pulling you back down to their level. Then there are the insecure ones, those who have built walls around their dreams because they fear failure. They've convinced themselves that striving for greatness isn't worth the risk, so they can't comprehend why you would even try. They project their fear onto you, hoping you'll abandon your path so they can feel more comfortable staying in place. And finally, there are those who project their own failures onto others. Perhaps they've tried and stumbled before, and now they believe no one else can succeed either. Their words carry the weight of their own disappointments, disguised as wisdom or realism. They say things like, "It's not possible," or "Don't waste your time," not because you can't do it, but because they didn't. So how do you deal with these voices? How do you protect your inner strength when faced with relentless negativity? First, recognize their words for what they are. Reflections of their own struggles, not truths about you. When someone criticizes you, it's often more about their limitations than your potential. Remind yourself of this when their words feel heavy. What they see in you, fear, envy, doubt, has nothing to do with the reality of who you are or what you're capable of. Second, filter the feedback you receive. Not all criticism is harmful. There's a difference between constructive feedback and destructive comments. Constructive feedback comes from those who Second, filter the feedback you receive. Not all criticism is harmful. There's a difference between constructive feedback and destructive comments. Constructive feedback comes from those who genuinely want to help you grow, even if it's uncomfortable to hear. Destructive comments, on the other hand, are meant to tear you down and hold you back. Learn to identify the difference. Accept what helps you improve and discard what serves no purpose. Finally, reframe negativity as fuel for your journey. When someone doubts you, let it remind you of the strength it takes to walk a path not everyone understands. Every time they say, "You can't," here, prove them wrong. Every time they criticize, let it reaffirm why your journey matters. Their negativity doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be the wind at your back, pushing you to move forward. Understand this: the critics will never go away. There will always be those who doubt, judge, or try to stop you. But their opinions don't define you. Their words don't shape your destiny. What matters is how you respond. Will you let them silence you, or will you rise above their noise? Will you believe their fears, or will you trust your potential? The choice is yours. Your worth, your dreams, your journey, none of it depends on the approval of others. It depends on your ability to keep going, to stand firm, and to remind yourself every single day, you are enough. Let the critics watch, let them speak, let them doubt. And as they do, keep moving forward, because the only voice that truly matters is the one within you, the one that knows the truth of who you are. The journey toward embracing your worth and silence the critics is not a one-time event. It's a process, a journey that requires dedication, persistence, and a strong belief in your own value. But how do you build the inner confidence that will allow you to stand tall in the face of doubt? How do you foster that unshakable belief in yourself, even when the world tries to convince you otherwise? Here are some actionable steps you can take to build a foundation of inner confidence that will carry you forward, no matter what challenges arise. 1. Practice affirmations. Start with your words. The way you speak to yourself is a powerful tool in shaping your reality. If you constantly tell yourself you're not enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're not worthy of love and success, those thoughts will become your truth. But if you choose to affirm your worth, to speak life into your journey, you will begin to reshape how you see yourself. Daily affirmations can be simple, yet profoundly transformative. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, "I am enough. I am worthy of love and success. I believe in my potential." These words will not instantly erase every doubt, but they will slowly build the inner foundation you need. Over time, your mind will start to believe what you say, and your confidence will grow. 2. Surround yourself with supportive people. You cannot build confidence in isolation. The environment you surround yourself with plays a critical role in shaping how you feel about yourself. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or doubt, it becomes difficult to nurture your own self-belief. Seek out those who uplift you, who see your potential and encourage your growth. Surround yourself with individuals who celebrate your successes, who challenge you to grow, and who support you through your struggles. A positive, supportive environment creates the space for your confidence to flourish. Think of it as planting a seed. If the soil is rich, nourishing, and free of obstacles, that seed can grow strong. But if the soil is dry, toxic, or barren, the seed will struggle to take root. Your environment is your soil. Choose wisely who you allow to influence you. 3. Track progress. Confidence is built through consistent effort, and often progress can feel slow. But it's important to recognize that even the smallest victories are steps toward a greater sense of self-worth. Don't dismiss the small wins, because they are the building blocks of your confidence. Take time each week to reflect on your progress. Celebrate the things you've accomplished, no matter how small they may seem. Whether it's overcoming a challenge, completing a task you once feared, or simply taking a step outside your comfort zone, these moments are significant. When you see the progress you've made, it becomes easier to trust in your ability to continue moving forward. Remember, confidence doesn't come overnight. It's cultivated by showing up day after day and recognizing that every step, no matter how small, is part of your growth. 4. Celebrate your uniqueness. The greatest source of your confidence is your individuality. You were never meant to be like anyone else. Your unique qualities, experiences, and perspective are what make you extraordinary. Yet so often, society tries to convince us that we should conform to some ideal, some mold. But true confidence is found in embracing who you are, exactly as you are. Your quirks, your strengths, your flaws, everything that makes you unique is your superpower. When you stop comparing yourself to others and embrace what makes you different, you tap into a wellspring of inner strength. Confidence doesn't come from being like everyone else. It comes from knowing that you are enough, just as you are. Building inner confidence is not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing your worth, taking consistent steps toward growth, and surrounding yourself with the right influences. By practicing affirmations, seeking out a supportive environment, tracking your progress, and celebrating your uniqueness, you can create the unshakable confidence you need to pursue your dreams. The most important thing to remember is this: you are already enough. Confidence isn't something you need to prove. It's something you get to discover within yourself. And once you do, nothing and no one can shake the foundation you've built. Imagine a diamond buried deep within the earth, surrounded by layers of dirt and rock. To the untrained eye, it's just another stone, nothing special. But within that stone, under the right conditions and over time, lies one of the most precious and brilliant gems the world has ever known. The diamond doesn't shrink or dull its brilliance because someone else doesn't see its worth. It doesn't diminish itself because others don't recognize its potential. It simply shines, undeterred, unwavering, in its own time. Now think of yourself as that diamond. You may feel like you're buried beneath doubts, criticisms, and unrealistic expectations, but deep within you is a brilliance that is waiting to shine. The world might try to tell you that you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that you must change who you are to fit into someone else's idea of success. But their opinions don't define you. You are that diamond, unique, valuable, and capable of shining brighter than anyone could ever imagine. So don't let the noise of the world drown out your inner light. The next time someone tells you that you're not enough, stop for a moment and ask yourself, who are they to decide my worth? They don't know your potential. They don't see the strength within you. Their words are nothing more than shadows cast by their own insecurities. You are not bound by their perceptions, nor are you limited by their judgments. You are the one who defines your worth. Your journey, your progress, your dreams, they belong to you, and no one else can dictate their value. You have the power to rise above the doubt, to break free from the limitations others try to place on you. You are not the sum of their expectations. You are the sum of your own possibilities. When you hear the critics, remember the diamond. Remember that your brilliance is yours to discover, to nurture, and to share with the world. And even if others can't see it yet, that doesn't take away from its beauty. The moment you stop allowing others to control your narrative is the moment you start to see yourself in the way you were always meant to be seen. Not as less than, not as flawed, but as a powerful, radiant force that's only getting started. So keep shining, keep striving, keep believing in the magnificence of who you are. The world may try to tell you that you're not enough, but you know better. You are enough. You are worthy. And you are destined to shine brighter than you've ever imagined. And as you do, remember this: your light doesn't diminish when others can't see it. It only grows stronger. Comment below, what's one thing you'll stop doubting about yourself today? Take a moment to reflect on your strengths, your potential, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that they're enough, just as they are. Let's build a community that lifts each other up, embracing our worth and our growth. Remember, no matter what doubts or challenges you face, you are enough. You've always been enough, and you always will be. Keep shining, keep growing, and trust in the incredible person you are becoming.